Okay, so as promised, here is my first entry into my video journal. Here's the book that I'm using, a 5-year question a day memory journal. Let's see, it's flipped to May 3rd. May 3rd. Oh God, that's a heavy-handed one right off the bat. How are you spiritual? I am. I like to think that I'm spiritual in a different way than most people, but I don't think that's true anymore. Just because I've heard so many people talk about it in this way. Um, I don't attend church. I grew up LDS. Uh, my relationship with God has always been pretty strained. And a lot of that stems from issues with my actual dad. I think that, like, just because of certain things that have happened, I have a really hard time accepting male authority. I don't like it. I prefer my managers at work to be female. I respond to them better. Um, and I know that this it's all encompassing. I know that this is all the same thing, the same issue. So, like, I know God exists, but I kind of don't care. That sounds very callous. It sounds very. When I say I don't care, what I really mean is I don't want anyone else to be the reason that I try to be a good person and try to better myself. Like, I don't care about the idea of heaven or hell or the consequences that supposedly come with your actions that carry on into the next phase of life, whatever that may be. I want to be a good person because it matters now. It matters for the people around me. It matters for everybody, really. Like, we all need to be better people just for each other, because we're the ones here affecting each other so much. Like, it affects God when we do things that we're not supposed to do, but not in the same way. It affects him on an emotional level. It doesn't affect him in a, oh, you broke into God's car and stole his stereo, so now he has, like, a little more insecurity in his brain, that type of thing. That doesn't, but to a real person, that's what happens. So spirituality is something that it's so hard. It's so hard to explain, like, how I feel about the nature of the universe in my head. I find a lot of spirituality in things. I look for it in things, in the media I consume and the things that people say, just things that happen. I look for it in those things. very rarely do I have the ability to create it, though. I don't think that, even though I can recognize spirituality, spiritual things, and I appreciate it, I don't think I have the ability to create those types of things for myself or for others. And that's a little sad to me, but it's who I am. There are other things that I can, that I'm very good at creating. I'm very, uh, I'm much more based in, uh, logic and sense than spirituality as far as my personality goes. I think that's my strong suit. I think that that's sometimes what, some people need. There has to be a balance between spirituality um, and logic, and sometimes those two coincide. They can, it's not like, oh, all faith-based ideas are nonsense or anything like that. It's sometimes you have faith in something because it does make sense. But it's very, it was very hard growing up, going to church and hearing people get up and have these, talk about these emotional experiences that they had this past week, or that they had once in their lives, that they're thinking about. Because I don't have a lot of, I can't identify with that feeling. I don't understand it. And I'm kind of jealous of it. I really wish that there was a way for me to just feel what they're feeling. And I don't know if that would draw me closer to God or not. But at the very least, I just want to know what they're experiencing, to try and understand it a little better, and maybe not be so pissed off that I can't, that I can't feel that all the time. So that is going to be my first entry into this video journal. Dang, man, I was really hoping to get something a little more, introductory, a little more like, let's ease you into this, cold emotional lake. But no, we just got to jump right into it, make a big old splash. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. When my son got into the car so I could take him to school today, he saw my little phone mount thing, and it's like how do I describe it? It's got a big old long neck thing. Like it's like the cheapy one that you can get at Walmart for like $5. And he was like, "What is that?" And I'm like, never mind. So, yeah. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow for another entry.